In movies and literature, a wolf's haunting howl can signify danger or untamed nature. In real life, researchers in Yellowstone National Park are analyzing those howls with cutting-edge AI technology to better monitor and track wolves. Matt Standel of PBS Montana explains.
6:53, the wolves that have crossed the river are howling.
Here in Yellowstone National Park's Lamar Valley, wolves from one of the park's 9 packs have made a kill.
Let's go ahead and feel free to take a look through there. That's the Junction Butte pack.
It's the end of August, the peak of bison rutting, or mating season, and a time when wolves increasingly prey on bison. Many become injured or weakened during the fierce competition for a mate, and the wolves take advantage. Park wolf technician Jeremy Sundaraj is monitoring the pack as they feed and teaching curious tourists about wolves.
So what we're trying to do here is just kind of count how many there are, record their behavior, if we can see like what the carcass is. This is almost certainly a kill just based on how they're behaving around it. And if we're quiet, we can actually maybe hear them howling.
Their howls have become central to a new cutting-edge conservation project using artificial intelligence to decode sound recordings. This development in the field of bioacoustics could redefine how wolves like these are monitored in the wild.
You got it?
Since 1995, when gray wolves were reintroduced into Yellowstone, park biologists have used airplanes to spot them, helicopters to track them, and dart guns to tag them so they can be fitted with radio and GPS collars.
And you can see most of the wolf talking is happening in the night.
Now, bioacoustics is offering a new, less invasive way to study them, using sound and advances in artificial intelligence to one day potentially decode wolf communication by matching their howls with specific behavior.
Not only can we hear them here and record their howling 24/7, 365 days a year, but we often can link behaviors of wolves by observing them when they are vocalizing. What is the cause and effect of howling?
Dan Staler is the senior wildlife biologist for Yellowstone National Park, a job that includes gathering the data from sound recorders like this one, hidden in a tree near park headquarters.
One more, Jeremy.
Staler's team has been recording the barks, yips, and howls of Yellowstone's 9 wolf packs, more than 100 wolves, for the past year.
That's another goal of ours, is can we detect unique pack signatures and use that?
He says they've collected over 7,000 wolf sounds and have been able to identify the acoustic signatures of several wolf packs in the park. In the future, Staler thinks this bioacoustic work could partially replace the hazardous duty of capturing and collaring wolves.
And so what I could envision down the road, a decade from now, is that we may not have to collar certain packs or put collars out in certain areas of the park. And then with new cutting-edge AI tools, we hope, we're not sure yet, but we hope we can answer really interesting questions about what are wolves actually saying, or can we count wolves? Can we identify unique individuals?
Good morning, everybody. My name is...
Linguistics researcher and software engineer Dr. Jeff Reed has been experimenting with AI to study wolves near his home just north of Yellowstone. He's lending his technical expertise to the Yellowstone Wolf Project.
This is a wolf chorus howl, and we're using AI from Google to see if we can count the number of wolves in a chorus howl. So this is a group of wolves. It's like you walking into a bar and all the people are talking, and you can pick out a particular person in the room. Wolves can pick out other wolves that they know in this cacophony of sound.
The key to the technology is pattern recognition, according to Reed. These colorful patterns are what's called a spectrogram of wolf howls, representing their strength and frequency over time. Artificial intelligence, he says, can pick out the patterns and identify individual wolves much faster than any human could.
These battery-operated devices use AI.
Reed leads a company that makes the high-tech AI-enabled field cameras and audio recorders that Yellowstone is using to monitor its vast space. But these cameras, called GrizCams, don't just listen to wildlife. They can also pick up human conversations and activities from hundreds of yards away. Animal science and human privacy in Yellowstone could soon be on a collision course. 25 of these cameras will be installed in a grid across the park, thanks to a large donation from a company called Colossal Biosciences.
For me, the moonshot with bioacoustics and wolves is, can we reduce the conflict between wolves and humans?
Matt James is the chief animal officer at Colossal Biosciences. He says AI recording technology can be used to protect wolves from humans.
And can we explain that these are empathetic, emotionally complex animals that aren't mindless hunters, and they deserve the ability to coexist with us?
Colossal is funding $175,000 of Yellowstone's bioacoustics study. Plus, the company has hired a team of AI scientists to analyze the data the GrizCams are collecting.
We're really hopeful then that they can collect tons and tons of data that our team can then begin to distill and train the AI to move on from just classifying wolf calls to classifying individual calls.
As we've mentioned, all that data could include sounds and activities from people in the park. The technology is so new that ethicists are still trying to understand the implications for human privacy in wild places like Yellowstone.
This is all data that can be collected. And
University of Montana philosophy professor Christopher Preston studies the ethics of human interactions with the natural world and how technology can shape those interactions.
I mean, if you ask me, would I rather a wolf gets darted from a helicopter and have a radio collar put on it, or a wolf gets listened to by a 24/7 recording device? It's pretty clear to me that I'd rather have the wolf be listened to by the recording device, because that's a non-invasive technique, much less likely to cause any sort of harm to the animal involved.
But Preston worries the cameras could inadvertently vacuum up human sound and images without people knowing they're being recorded.
We do have a different sort of ethic for the human world to the one that we have for the wild world. You go into landscapes like that to not be part of a system where people are looking at you, where people know what you're doing. And you're certainly not getting away from it all if there is the potential for your movements to go into a database somewhere.
As Yellowstone experiments with this controversial new technology, biologist Dan Staylor is eager for more GrizCams to be installed in the coming months. He believes AI-powered bioacoustics will help his team better protect these iconic animals as they learn more from every howl that reverberates across this majestic landscape.
We're going to keep this study going. There'll be new emerging questions, but the fundamental question will be, why is Yellowstone's wildlife community important to this landscape, important to Montana, and important to the world?
For PBS News Weekend, I'm Matthew Standall in Yellowstone National Park.
Wait just a second, we have one more thing to share.
We want to say a heartfelt thank you for watching and supporting PBS News.
Without you, we simply wouldn't be able to provide the news and the information that you trust.
So thank you from everybody here at PBS News.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.